loved Hadhrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with complete humility. In one of his verses says, Panjagar Panjay Khudadaran, Manche Parvai Mustafa Daran. Imagine, the second verse seems to be so daringly insulting that one considers that such a man will go straight to hell who says, my hand is in the hand of God. What do I care for the hand of Prophet Muhammad? The question is, if you judge him by the ordinary standards of human intellect, he should be condemned to hell. But none of the earlier scholarly, saintly Muslims condemned him for that, because they knew him to be a holy man. They knew him that what he practically is saying is that, O Prophet of God, you have taken my hand and handed me over to God now. So I have reached my goal. When I have reached God, then the person who led me to God becomes secondary in importance. And this is absolutely correct. This is the true message of Tawheed and unity of God. So, in his own way, he was trying to say something as if now he is free of any bondage to Muhammad Rasulullah, but he never thought of it. It was a way of giving him compliment, that you have helped me on so that I have met God directly. And now I look down to you after God. You are secondary to him. You are not the same person. You were the object once. You have led me on to the real object. You know, that sort of thing. Many other explanations have been given of this verse. But the knowledgeable people still respect the poet, for they know he was a holy man. I am just describing this controversial verse to you because the same verse, if misconstrued, can demand a completely different treatment for the person who daringly said these words. You understand?
Yes.
So don't go into the question of others' intentions. For you it should suffice that you will also only be answerable for any thought, any expression, any act according to your own intentions. And for the others you do not have to worry.
And lastly, Chaudhry Sahib was dealing about the maturity about the word Ummah.
Yes.
When the Hadhrat Musa was in flight actually, and when he went to the place where people were drawing water, and he helped the daughters of Hazrat Shuaib ﷺ, those few people who were gathering, they were also called Ummat actually. So it can be used for small people as well.
Of course, not small people, but people, a few people belonging to a Ummah. That was also an Ummah. Some people belong to that Ummah and they can also be referred to as Ummah.
So lastly, I apologize to Bishop Yasser.
Incidentally, once earlier during my sermons, I described, referring to this particular episode, I said that Hadhrat Musa may have helped those girls fill their pails with pitchers and pails with water. But in Germany somebody pointed out, I don't remember, it was Bashir Yasser or somebody else, he pointed out that there the Arabic word is used tazudan, which may apply to the watering of their herd, not providing them water for taking home, or even for the animals, take the pail full of water for one or two goats, for instance, etc. So I think literally that he was right. The word tazudan applies to a situation where somebody is waiting for his herd, for his cattle, for his sheep, etc. to be watered. So maybe they had also brought their little flock along with it to be watered, but because of so many men and the type of shepherds we generally are, they're sturdy and hardy and also rowdy and less courteous to ladies. That is why perhaps they waited too long until they had finished. And Hadhrat Moses helped them because he was a very strong and sturdy person. So out of respect for his strength, they gave him the opportunity to have the small flock of the two daughters watered first. Now this is a possibility, but I want, what has reminded me is, we should, Maulvi Sahib, Manurullah Sahib, you better consult the dictionary and see exactly the word Tazudan, how in Arabic it can be extended to other meaning, or it cannot, or if it can be applied to getting water for the girls themselves or not, right?
Right.
Thank you.
I would like to request Hazrat to explain the relationship between Takratin, odd nights, and Lailatul Qadr, or say spirituality.
Which nights?
Takratin
Okay. And
Lailatul Qadr, or say spirituality.
and what?
Ruhaniyat, spirituality.
That's okay. I'll answer you in very brief. Tak means odd. So any night which is oddly numbered in Ramadan would be Takat. Lailatul Qadr is that promised night in which prayers are very specially heard and God is closer to man than at any other moment. And Ruhaniyat is spirituality, of course, which is to be able to be in communion with God and to refine oneself in an internal state where he can be attuned to the understanding of God. That is the true meaning of spirituality as understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Hazrat.
One sound.
Hazrat, my question is about man's health. When a man reaches his 40 years of
Have you
age,
never consulted your late doctor wife?
I have, sir, but I want to ask you, Shila.
She failed to satisfy you on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What is the true state of physique of a man when he reaches 40? I see quite a few people when they are near to this age or past this age, they start thinking phobiatically. This is in their mind, or maybe in my mind sometimes, that I can't do things which I used to do 20 years of age when I was 20 years. What a man should be, or what is his ideal state at that age?
The ideal attitude should be to remain very realistic and cautious. If he can perform physical deeds without hurting himself, he should continue to do that. The moment he begins to receive warning signals, he should pay respect to those signals and slow down. This is the only formula which can work. Otherwise, every people who reach 40 do not experience the same things. Some reach the experience of 40 even at the age of 30. Some reach the experience of 40 at the age of 50 or beyond. So it varies from individual to individual, but the safe advice is be realistic. You have turned the corner at last towards the old age, but you have also turned the corner to greater and material wisdom. So turn your efforts more in the area of your achievements rather in the area of your failures. Benefit from what you have gained and don't unnecessarily pine away for what you have lost. Thank you.
Hazrat, Assalamu alaikum.
Well,
Hasim Maud said in his poem, गालियां सुन के दुआ दो, पाके दुख आराम दो.